I mean, that's one thing that that you just started discussing, but I would want to go into further. I mean, one of the reasons why people said you didn't get these spots in these like top teams originally was because of your lack of communication, right? Because you came from solo queue, etc. And
Yeah.
and like I wanted to know, is there that much validity to that? Like, because you were always a super high rated support. Everyone thought you had like insane mechanics. You were like the Gragas fucking mid lane god or some shit. But you had allegedly communication issues, and that's like why it took you a while to get on a team like G2. Is that true?
Yeah. Can confirm, yeah.
Can't confirm.
It was a factor on why, yeah, I didn't get that many good offers, I guess. At least from what people told me after a while. But I think people only started considering me to be good was when I joined G2 and started winning. I think even in Misfits, some people were like saying like I'm fine, maybe like top 5, top 3. In Splice, no one really cared, I think. But then after I joined G2 and started winning, then obviously, yeah, we're all at the top. So every player is obviously at the top of their role.
That's where I feel like people miss again, this is where the role of general manager, I hope in the future, will become more and more expanded with like people who know what they're talking about, basically, because that's where actually loads of teams. It's funny. I bet we could go back now, and I'd love to go back in time to before you joined G2 and ask loads of the other GMs like, would you want this player Mikyx? And they would all say no, right? And then now 2020, they'd all say yes. They'd like sell their guy instantly again. Almost everyone in the whole league. I think even Fnatic would probably take it you like at this point in time. So in this scenario, right, that's an example of where the guy himself isn't thinking, what is my team? That's the question isn't, do I want this player in isolation? Like if I hear that there's a really good player, but he doesn't talk much from the support role, right, here's 2 things I would look for. Do I have a really communicative jungler? And does my AD carry like to take a lot of direction and tell the support where to go? If I do, then brilliant. Like we've solved that problem already. Their strengths cover his weakness. We can pick him up. Like thinking that every player has to have like a full skill set is just naive. Like almost no one's gonna have that.
Yeah.
Do you think?
And it's also sorry.
No,
it's also
go for your point.
Kind of a part. So before Splice, I was doing a tryout for Fnatic, so 2016, when they had like the Spirit Gamsu roster, and apparently from what they told me,
Noxiac, right?
Yeah, they took Noxiac after that. Mm-hmm. Apparently, I was really smurfing in scrims, and I was honestly really insane. But I didn't say a single word for like the whole scrim because I was basically just picked up straight from solo queue. I didn't have any like experience before, and I was also like playing with all these like pros. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like big fan. But yeah, basically I didn't get. But basically it took me as a sub just because I was good, but I didn't talk, so I wasn't ready to actually play on stage. So then I was just a sub there. Yeah, so I kind of sucked.
So I mean,
not sure Reckless was your ideal ADC anyway, mate. So I wouldn't worry about that one. Yeah, I think you might have dodged a bullet on that.
That sounds like a silent bot lane, to be honest. But now, do you think that there's like any difference? Like, do you notice yourself like trying to talk more, give more direction in G2, or is it now that you just have like all these players? Like, because I know Jankos talks a lot, Perks talks a lot, etc. Like, because your team is so communicative, do you not have to talk as much as before, so it just doesn't matter, or do you think that like you do actually like have better communication strengths now than you did before?
Yeah, so I think I started to communicate a lot more was in summer with Misfits, so 2018. I think they really wanted me to start talking more, so the coaching staff kind of forced me to be more talkative, even though it led sometimes to like a bit of clutter in the comms. And then here in G2, I'm like, I say if I feel something's necessary, but usually everyone else just talks 24/7. So I don't want to just like say something random in between and just like clutter the comms. So usually I'm just like kind of quiet. And then if I feel like there's something important, or if there's just like silence in the middle of the comms, then I say something, but I don't really need to talk all the time. So I just don't, I just focus on my play, I guess.
Yeah, one of the things that was cited in the first like Caps Perks role swap, or I guess the second one when Caps came back and played AD, was that when you played with Perks, you didn't have like enough room to like have a strong voice in the bot lane. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what I was told. When you started playing with Caps, like was that to give you more direction because you were like such a strong support player? Was that part of the decision?
Yeah, that was also like why I wanted to try it out, just to see like how well I can lead the bot lane, or how I want to play around bot lane, I guess, because before with Perks, it was always him calling our jungler, because me as a person, I don't want to bring my jungler bot, and then if it fails, then my jungler is like fucked. I'm like, oh my god, I fucked it up. But yeah, so then I started trying that a bit more with Caps, because he was a bit new to the role, didn't really talk that much in lane at least. So it was good for me to learn how to, coordinate with my jungler and mid laner if you want like dive bot or something or set up waves. So yeah, overall it was pretty good.